Our next award is the Emerging Company of the Year, presented by Accelera. So I'd like to welcome Dr. Carl Hansen to the stage to present this award.
All right, I'd first like to thank LSBC for gathering us here tonight. It's wonderful to connect with everyone. And on behalf of Accelera, it's a huge privilege to get to announce the winner of the Emerging Company Award. I think this award in past years was called the Growth Company of the Year, and Accelera had the pleasure of winning that back in 2018. I was thinking about that, and I remember that when I was walking around in the reception, I was trying to find someone that I could connect with. It was hard to find a familiar face, and I made a lot of sort of cold introductions. Today I had the pleasure of walking around, and I always think that these receptions are too short because it's one of the highlights of the year to get to reconnect with everyone. And it reminds me that we've got a heck of a community here, a lot of great companies, a lot of great science, some real characters, and some people that I'm always very happy to see, even if it is only on a yearly basis. This year's award winner is Augurex. I'm going to announce them formally, but I wanted to highlight that when we first got into this game back in 2014, one of the first things you do here in Vancouver is you put together a business plan and you go pitch at the New Ventures BC program. And I remember preparing for that and being very nervous because on the panel were several people that had already made it in the biotech industry. And one of them was Norma Biln, who is, of course, one of the founders, or perhaps the founder of Augurex. So this award is a representation not just of the excellence in science and the business that they've built, but of course also in the endurance of the company in believing in what they're doing and keeping it going long enough to start to really get their legs and get traction. And now they're off and away. So with that, I'd like to make the formal announcement of the winner. This is an award that recognizes a BC-based company that has demonstrated exceptional performance and achieved significant milestones in the past year with a product or technology that is poised for commercial success. This year's award winner is Augurex. And Augurex is a leading biotechnology company based here in Vancouver that is pioneering the development of groundbreaking biomarkers that enhance patient clinical management. Their cutting-edge blood tests and digital health solutions are revolutionizing care for autoimmune diseases and improving patient outcomes and advancing personalized care. And with that, I believe we have a short video to enjoy describing Augurex.
Augurex is an ecosystem story, I think, in that we've been around for 17 years, and our founding, if you will, was out of the dynamics of Anthony and I meeting at StressGen, which was founded by Richard Glickman. It's really a testament to how when people get things started and they create these environments that catalyze people like Anthony and I meeting, new things get started. So that's the beginning of our story.
As most people will know, biomarkers are used in managing the continuum of care from early diagnosis to actually even more CDX type of solutions or personalized therapies.
And what we decided was that biomarkers was really going to be the future.
Today in the United States, almost 2 million people have been tested with the 14-338 biomarker that Augurex has actually developed. And hearing some of the patient stories that this is the marker that helped the rheumatologist make that definitive diagnosis is really meaningful to us as a company and me personally as a scientist.
What's exciting at Augurex is we're launching our groundbreaking biomarker for ankylosing spondylitis later this year. That is a spinal arthritis. It's a debilitating disease. It takes up to 10 years to diagnose those patients, and currently there are no specific biomarkers that can help diagnose those patients.
Always, no matter what disease we're looking at, early diagnosis equates to improved outcomes. I really look forward to making our next impact in that disease and actually aiding rheumatologists in shortening the timeline to diagnosis.
Every innovation that we develop in the lab will be developed near patient. So we want our patients, consumers, if you will, to be able to take control of their health and be able to do testing at home. Our biomarkers are being transitioned to lateral flow technologies where patients will be able to measure and monitor themselves in the comfort of their own homes.
I think what Emerging Company of the Year means to me, or what it kind of underscored, is just how long it takes. You know how we talk about dog years, that every year of their life is like 7 years for us? Well, these are like biotech years, and which are kind of the same in my mind. And when you think of innovation, by definition, it's new. Nobody's done it before. So we're just very grateful. Being emerging makes me feel grateful to be here, but never taking it for granted.
To accept the award, on behalf of Augurex, please allow me to welcome Norma Biln, a longtime pillar of the community, chair of the board of directors, co-founder and global head of product research and development, and Neil Klompus, president and CEO, to the stage.
So as you heard on the video, 17 years. Emerging, I feel like we need to change the ing to ed, because I feel like we've emerged. We're grateful to be recognized tonight, because this makes it official that we have, since 2018, we haven't had to raise a round of financing, which makes us very fortunate, because that was just before the pandemic. We've been revenue generating for several years, profitable for the last 3. And really, it's a testament to the great work of our team at tables 13 and 12. Amazing people. And they're resilient, hardworking, passionate. We're an intense group, and they're amazing. And led largely over the last few years by Simran Chahal, who I consider my second co-founder after Anthony. Because over the last 6 years, her commitment and hard work has been second to none in helping us be here. A few thank yous. There's so many people in this room that I can thank, but I need to share my speech with Neil tonight, who I'm very proud to have up here with me. But one is who nominated us, which is David Frost from McCarthy Tetro. Todd Lorenz, who is our IP counsel, and literally we are only standing here today because of Todd. So big call out there. Sean Azar-Shahi from RBC, who has helped us financially, but who also connected me with Neil. This is I've known Neil from the industry, but never really met with him on thinking about how he might join the company. So I think every founder in this room knows how careful the decision is to hand over the CEO role from a founder to another person who is from our industry, our ecosystem. And I couldn't be more proud and have as much belief that Neil is the right person to take this company to the next level. So with that, I will hand it over to Neil to continue.
Thank you, Norma. I don't have to tell everybody in this room how special an early stage or an emerging biotech company is. The stage at which the entire company fits in one room, when every piece of data is meaningful and can energize an entire team. And more so when the shared successes, and sometimes your setbacks, will motivate everybody to that next milestone. And whether it's a novel diagnostic, a new therapeutic or device, we're focused on our patients as we move these early stage and emerging companies through their life cycles. In this instance, as Norma mentioned, taking over a company that has been nurtured and grown and developed over nearly 20 years from a founder is an incredible responsibility, and one that I don't take lightly. And frankly, it's my privilege to have assumed this role and to have the opportunity to work with such an amazing team as we work on developing novel first-in-class and best-in-class diagnostics for patients with rheumatoid arthritis, and as you saw from the presentation, ankylosing spondylitis and axial spondyloarthritis. We stand on the verge of developing the first biomarker-based diagnostic for a debilitating autoimmune disease that will literally transform the approach to clinical care. I can't think of a more meaningful way to make an impact on patients, which is ultimately what we're all here to do. Yeah. So in short, thank you for this honor and recognition. Thank you, Norma, for your trust. And everybody, I encourage you to follow Augurex on this journey as we look to transform patients' lives. Thank you.
Congratulations, Neil and Norma, and thank you, Abselera and Carl.